Hello friends, this is Dr. Amarjit Kaur. I am Professor of Accounting and Communication at the Department of Management, Gurugram University, Gurugram. I am very happy to be present here to talk on AIDA model of marketing communication. It's a very important topic. It's a very specific topic in fact, where we are going to talk about one particular model which is called as AIDA model of marketing communication. This is the extension of the talk we had in the first half today, where we discussed what marketing communication is. We talked about the marketing communication mix. We talked about how marketing communication mix is different from marketing mix, and also discussed about the role of marketing communication in business communication, in a business in fact. Okay, and now we have reached to a stage where we can address a particular model. We can discuss what is AIDA model of marketing communication. So friends, this AIDA model of marketing communication is a framework. Framework means the guiding for the standards, the guidelines for persuasive communication from the word of marketing. So the most important word here is persuasive communication. Why we persuade with a particular idea we are selling, or the product we are selling, or the service we are selling. So it's a step-by-step persuasion process, and that's why we call it as AIDA model or a framework, and it's a very important framework in the world of marketing. So this model, as the name suggests, AIDA. So A stands for attention, I stands for interest, D stands for desire, and last A stands for action. So one A is attention and last A is action. So four letters are there. So now I will describe what this AIDA model is. So this AIDA model of marketing communication is actually, the concept came up very long back in 1898 by Elias St. Elmo. So this Lewis, this Elmo Lewis was the gentleman. He was a businessman, American businessman in fact, who developed this concept of AIDA, in 1898, way back, more than 150 years ago. So this concept was further taken over by someone else and brought in the market. And this gentleman, Elias St. Elmo Lewis, he was advertising advocate. So he wrote and spoke often about advertising potentials. He had many printed published articles on advertisement. So advertisement was not common before 1898, mind you. It's almost 1900. So he was the person who was advocating the importance of advertising through his articles, through his blogs, etc., etc. Those days blogs were not known as blogs, of course. And he was establishing the potential benefits of advertising through those communications. So he was advocating the idea of marketing communication, and there this model actually describes a series of steps or the stages that customers follow before they make a final decision to purchase. Right? If I have to buy, let's say, a car, so I will not go straight to a dealer and buy, or to a showroom and buy my car. I will do a couple of things before that. You just think about yourself. If you have to buy, if you are planning to buy something, what will you do? You won't give a damn to it and you will just buy? No. You will really give a thought to what your need is, who was using such kind of brand or such kind of model. You will read the reviews. Now, this is what we do nowadays. Okay. So this model actually describes that how a customer, the prospective customer, takes a final decision and then links the actions the company should do to persuade with the intentions of the purchase he or may develop over gradually. Okay. So this AID model was published in 1925 by Mr. Strong, E.K. Strong. So it was introduced by Mr. Lewis in 1898. The concept was brought in, but it was not published. That model in itself was not published. So he was, advocating the importance of advertisement, but he didn't publish this model, though he introduced it. So this was Mr. Strong in 1925 who actually brought this model in the public domain. Okay. So this AID model has 4 stages. The content, the message we have. So the message should ideally attract the attention of the segment I am trying to reach out to, right? Attention towards your brand. So if you see carefully on any TV, if a match is coming nowadays, be it a cricket match or hockey match or football or volleyball, most of the players are wearing their t-shirt, their jerseys, jackets, of a particular brand, a sports brand. So is true for shoes. A player is actually wearing a particular shoes, and cameraman keeps on putting attention to that sign, whichever the sign we may have, right? I don't want to name a particular brand here. So what is happening? Through that, we are trying to create or seek attention of my future or prospective customers, or my current customers. Even they would also pay attention, and they will feel good about that. See, whatever I am wearing or what shoes I wear, the same shoes is being worn by XYZ player. So those players are celebrities for them. Okay. So the first thing in AID model is, out of the 4 stages, first stage is to attract attention. Then we want to generate the interest. Then we want to stimulate desire for the product, and finally we want to pursue action or spur the action. So attention, as I said, it's designed to give the prospects a reason to take notice. I am giving 3 those examples which I just quoted are basically giving reason to a prospective buyer to notice something. Notice that this player is wearing this shoes. This particular actor or actress is wearing a particular brand's bag or carrying a particular bag which of a particular brand, or is wearing a shade of a particular or a specs of a particular brand. So we are simply trying to, through that, we are trying to convey a message, that see, my product is being used by this. So we are just seeking the attention in that. We are not trying to convince them directly, but at this stage we are just trying to seek the attention. The second aspect or part of this model is I, which is interest. So once we are successful in seeking the attention, we had a hoarding on the corner of a road, so I am able to seek attention. We have players wearing those shoes or jackets or whatever, or goggles or the specs. We are able to seek attention if carefully designed, thought of. Then I would like to retain that interest, so the person whosoever has noticed that product or that symbol, they are actually becoming interested in that product. So these steps help maintaining the interest in the product or the service we are offering. So interest is not leading to purchase, mind you, it's not the action. Simply I become interested. I may not have means to buy it. I just saw somebody driving a Jaguar, advertisement is not there, but I'm just trying to show a celebrity driving a Jaguar. So there could be thousands of people who may like it, have actually paid attention to it, but they may not have and they may are interested in it, but they may not have enough money. So their actual purchase is different, because we are just trying step by step process. But here at this step we do create interest of the prospective buyer in the product or the service in question. Alright, so this step helps in maintaining the interest. So because first of all, by seeking the attention, we were able to create some interest, and here in this conscious effort, we are trying to maintain that interest, that attention which we could seek in the first hand is actually maintained in the form of interest. Okay. The third step here is to create a desire. In this step, in this stage, main objective is to show the prospective customer or the client how the product or the service is going to solve his problem, is going to be useful. So you actually showed a celebrity using a particular mobile or a car, and then you are repeating that ad, or you are doing that same thing again and again in different matches, for example. So you are retaining the interest because you are reminding them again and again, and then here in the third step you are creating the desire to buy. That desire would be created only if I see benefit in it, right? So here I should be able to communicate about the specific features of the product or salient feature of the service I am offering. Okay, so how that particular product or service is going to be useful in solving the problem of the customer or addressing the answers to the question he or she has. So this is a third step, third stage of AIDA model. The fourth stage is the action. We expect finally, as I said, it's a persuasive framework. In the fourth one, action, part, I am creating a desire of the person, to purchase that product. So I am expecting the person to take some action. This is my final stage of persuasion, where my prospect is actually encouraged to take immediate action, either to write to you and inquire about the product, or express that you are interested, or raise some question about the product. So you are propelling the prospect to take some action. So it's a step by step, 4-step process in this model to actually persuade the sales, the actual sales of the product or the services. So basically this model has 3 major parts in it. It decides the content of the message, what to say, right? How to say that logically, so that my prospect is convinced by that ideology, by that idea, by that product, by that service. Then the last thing is the format. So AID model actually pays attention on content, on the structure of the message, and the format of the message. How to say. So what to say, how to say it logically, and how to say it symbolically. So if you look at many TV ads, so it's very important that what kind of environment, the background, the color theme, the makeup that actress carry, or the hairstyle, the color of the clothes he or she wears, the types of the clothes he or she wears, the props he or she uses as a model. So that is all those symbols, because there are few things which affects emotions, there are few things which affects environment, so we have to see what is my message, how I am going to communicate, and how I am going to put up symbolically. Okay. So this AID model is based on marketing communication tool, and there are 5 tools which it uses: advertising, public relations, sales promotion, personal selling, and direct marketing. Now I will show you with the help of this model that how this model connects these 5 tools with those 4 stages, right? We said there are 4 stages of AIDA model: awareness, interest, desire, and action. Okay, so how does this model links with the tools? So tools available to a marketeer. So advertising and public relations are created to create awareness. The first stage of, or we are trying to seek attention or the awareness, right? So attention or the awareness is one and the same thing. So either I am advertising, I am creating some public relations, so that I am able to create awareness. Those advertisements which we see are basically to create or to seek attention. So examples I took was of celebrities wearing the shoes of a particular brand or jerseys of a brand or shades of a particular brand. But nevertheless, even the advertisements, even they are also to seek attention or the awareness. And so is for public relation. These two tools of marketing are actually used to create awareness or to seek attention and also to develop interest. Then these another three tools, sales promotion, personal selling, direct marketing, they are used to create desire. Now sales promotion is certainly different from the advertisement. Promotion, in the sales promotion, what we are doing, if you have been visiting to a particular mall, you would have seen people sitting at the entry of the mall with certain samples and requesting you to taste it, to try it. What is that? That is a sales promotion strategy. You go to buy milk at a mother dairy booth, and there are a couple of times there are QPs and the manpowers is there. They are requesting you to taste a particular sweet, a particular type of milk or curd, etc., etc. So that's sales promotion. So we always come across such thing. Okay, so we want to create desire in the mind of my future prospect. So I am helping them to taste, to experience that product. Okay, so somebody comes with a car to your doorstep for a test drive. What is that? So I am basically helping you to see my product, feel my product, and create a desire, right? To create a desire to buy that car. So nowadays we have virtual augmentation. That is also, somebody can actually feel virtually how this particular hairstyle will look at him or her. How would that particular shade will look on him or her? Shade, as glass will look at him or her. So these are the types of sales promotion to create desire. Personal selling, somebody is coming to you, convincing or giving you a presentation about a product. So that's personal selling, right? Direct marketing, we know there are many companies which are into direct marketing. So there's no advertisement coming in, but people are reaching out to the prospect directly. They are the one who are actually talking about the product, creating that awareness, and actually creating desire, interest of the person or the prospect, and putting them or bringing them to an actionable stage. So all these 5 tools are actually supporting these AIDA model the way I have just mentioned. And friends, there are many more tools than what we discuss. Okay, so what are the other tools we have which help us in marketing communication mix, which are, so I am discussing the tools beyond this model. So in this model we discuss about the 5 things, 5 tools, be it advertising, be it public relation, be it sales promotion, personal selling, and direct marketing. Now other tools available in marketing communication mix is sponsorship. So as a student you would have seen it that some company comes to your campus and sponsors the fest. So it could be a beverage. I don't want to name a company, but you can try to figure out many good brands which are selling beverages, soft beverages or soft drinks, you may say. They come and actually give them free of cost. They sponsor the event, that the complete water requirement or beverages requirement of that event would be dilated or given by them. So that is sponsorship, sponsoring an event. Sometimes people sponsor lunch for conferences, seminars, sponsors a particular, the whole event or a part of it. Some or radio channels, they do sponsor a particular campaign. Okay, so this is also a tool of marketing communication mix. Then the advertisement we said, or so it is equally very important. So tournaments are sponsored. For example, sports tournaments, they are very much sponsored by many companies. So because these are the companies which are connected to the products which are going to be used in that game, or which are linked to the people who are going to watch that tournament, to that kind of segment, a young group, young people who are interested in a particular game. So a company which is selling products which are linked, or which are very relevant to that segment of the prospects, future prospects. So they are sponsoring it, so that they are sponsoring the tournament, so that my future prospect could see that product of mine which I intend to sell through this sponsorship. Okay, so this is one of the additional tools. Then the 5 tools which we discussed. Another is product packaging. It itself does play a role, tool of marketing communication. So you have created a packaging in a way that the other person who looks at the packaging becomes interested. So for example, somebody is passing by, some rickshaw wala is passing through your colony, through your site, and it has a refrigerator, and the packaging of the refrigerator is such that it does carry the name of the company, it does carry many more things, a beautiful model, the picture of the model showing that he or she is using it, etc., etc. So the packaging is such that it is also creating seeking attention, creating interest in the mind of the customer. So this is also marketing communication mix. So sometimes you will read the product, and in that packaging we will find some other product is mentioned, right? One product which is in your hand, which you already purchased, that same packaging is talking about some other product. So product packaging also can be used as a tool of marketing communication mix, right? Nowadays the latest trend is of gaming platforms. So the gaming platforms are playing a very important role and becoming an important tool, especially when those products are sold which belongs to young population, So there the gaming platforms are playing a very important role, because every product is not for all kind of ages, all stages of a life, of a person. Few products are meant for babies, few products are meant for young people, few products are meant for old people, and so on. So the gaming platforms are becoming more popular for the products which belongs to kids, teenagers and youngsters. Then mobile apps. This is almost everybody, especially in tier 1 or tier 2 cities are using. So mobile apps are also tools of marketing communication mix. This on apps we have advertisements of the products at the bottom of the app. Apps may have details of the product the company sell. So this app is created and all the services are there. So you visited that app only for one particular product or services, but you get to see other products, other services. You get to hear from different channels which are there, through videos which are there, through through podcasts which are there on the app. You are able to see the reviews on the apps. So this is also a tool of marketing communication mix. Then companies use another tool which is known as networking sessions. If you go to a conference, a seminar hall, for a seminar, for a symposium, certain minutes are dedicated for networking session. Here in the networking session, companies use that session to market, to communicate about the product or the service they deal with. So that's also marketing communication tool. So the last thing I would like to say is, companies use direct marketing, video messaging. So video messaging is popping up, is becoming very popular. A small video is being created by the company, and now those videos are available on different online platforms. You are listening to music, and suddenly one ad with the video will pop up, right? So that is a video message saying or talking about a particular product. So these are the additional tools than those 5 tools which are used in AIDA model. So I hope you were able to understand what AIDA model is and how does it actually persuades or carries or pursue with the prospects future buyers and convince them to buy a particular product or a service. So it's a very well planned framework of creating desire to buy a particular product in the mind of the future prospects. So with that, I would like to conclude the session. Thank you very much for being with me. Thank you, friends.